all right. We are back again. Trying to figure out your fingers there. We just did a countdown to start the podcast, and
I'm still staring at my hands.
And some Shrek over here has no clue how to count, so he's still looking at his fingers.
Yeah, I don't know numbers.
It's a whole thing. Believe it or not, he is an engineer.
That makes work very hard for him.
Yeah, you know it really screws me up? Fractions. What are fractions?
That's a great question. Who knows?
Look, if it's anything besides eighths, I can't do the math because I only know pizza talk. It's 1 slice, 2 slices, 3 slices, 4 slices, 5 slices, 6 slices, a whole pizza.
A whole pizza.
Whole pizza.
That makes sense. Shit.
I mean, maybe that's just the fat boy in me, but if it's there's only one fraction I know, and that's 1/8, and everything through the eighths.
But you normally eat 8 out of 8, don't you?
Yeah.
So 1 whole.
Oh, I mean, you know, I start off with 4 out of 8.
That's how you start?
That's how I start, 4 out of 8.
And then whatever happens, happens?
Oh,
we'll just see how the night goes.
But it really confused me, because people say, you mean 1/2? No, I meant 4 out of 8.
Yeah. Those people are confused.
Yeah,
very
confused. They're very confused.
They have no idea what the hell is going on. We also have String Bean with us today.
Hey, gang. Glad to be back.
Like, I feel like there should be a sound effect, or something.
You're the sound effect guy.
I know, but I don't have it.
We go through this every podcast.
You got the employee Wi-Fi. You can bring a whole iPad in here for a soundboard.
Oh, well, he's dropping.
Oh.
Why does it have to be iPad? Why can't it be some sort of Android device? Look at this.
Because we want it to work.
But here's the...
Whoa! Wow!
Non-stop. I've been seeing on social media today and this week, Android and iPhone. Hell, people are posting about how people who have iPhones make more money than people who have Androids.
Is that true?
That is,
you saw that?
That is a true statistic.
It was on the interweb, so it must be true.
It was actually a screenshot of a Fox News report of a poll.
Fox News.
Fox News. The average salary for people who use iPhones is like $52,000, and Android's only like $36,000.
Get out of here! Are you serious?
Dead serious.
So what phone do you have?
I have an Android.
So do I. So shit.
We're a couple broke ass bitches in here.
But I'm one of those.
I got the iPhone.
I'm one of those weirdos that has an Android phone but an iPad, which is what we're actually using here today.
See, I like everything to link up, so I got the computer, and that's how Apple gets you. I got the computer, the iPad, and the phone. It's all Apple.
Now, do you experience any of this battery data slowdown when they announce the new shit?
No.
From what I understand, it is a thing. Like, they've admitted that they actually do that.
And my old phones would slow down, but not because of that, but because I wouldn't take very good care of them. So I fought myself with that. I can't hold Apple accountable.
I understand. So your fault.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad you're manning up to it.
Of course.
Up to it. So, but it's kind of funny that you mentioned social media, Shrek, because that's one of the things I think we're going to talk about today. You know, the addiction, as it were, as it's termed sometimes, the addiction that many people have to social media. So that's just not just Facebook. That's your Facebook, your Instagram, your Snapchat, your Twitter, all that. Looks like Handsome Shrek is deep into social media as we speak.
Wait, what? I completely missed. What are we talking about right now? I'm just sitting here playing on my phone.
We're talking about your Android phone.
My Android phone.
Is it even working?
Well, I got a couple gerbils on the wheel right now, keeping this thing running.
But we're talking about social media addiction. And I actually had a conversation with someone in the kitchen a couple days ago, and we're doing the sugar detox this week, and we're running that group entirely on Facebook. So I asked her if she wanted to be a part of the group, and I mentioned that we were doing the group on Facebook, and so she kind of freaked out and was like, I'm taking a social media break right now. So okay,
wait, like Ross from Friends? We were on a break!
Yeah, exactly like that. So I asked, well, what do you mean by a break? What's going on? And she's like, I'm just addicted to it. I get into it, and I get to looking at one thing, and then I get to scrolling, and then, before I know it, hours have gone past, and I'm in the hole of Facebook, the vortex, the black hole, the no coming back zone, as it were. So I thought, this would be a good topic to talk about, how people are addicted to social media and just some different ways to not be addicted. Now, as I was doing research for this, because that's what we do. We do research, right?
Fair.
Yeah, I was. That's why I was searching. Well, that's what we call it. Us young kids these days, we kind of abbreviate everything. I was searching. I was gramming, doing the gram.
I was doing it for the gram.
I was doing it for the gram. I was doing it on the face.
Wait a second. You dropped a gram on the face? What is happening?
You young kids, I can't keep up.
Quit being disgusting, Trey. For heaven's sakes.
I'm just saying, the kids these days, they abbreviate everything. We do it on the football. And they can't even say Facebook. We do it on the football.
Oh my God, I love it. But one of the things that I saw on a few different things, and of course I was using the interwebs to look at this, so it must be true. Some people don't believe that social media addiction exists, that it's not a thing. So what's your opinion on it, guys? What do you think it exists?
Yeah, I think more than just social media addiction, phone addiction in general is more than prevalent. I'll be hanging out with people, playing games with them, whatever we're doing. People are more caught up in texting who's not with them than who's actually in the room spending time with them. And that's probably one of my biggest pet peeves. People who pause video games to text who's not there, or stop basketball, or whatever it is, People always got to be in contact with who's not around.
It is kind of weird. I went to, my son had his last baseball game last week, and then afterwards we all had a party for the team, and so the kids were there, the parents were there, everybody was there. And so all the players sat at one table and all the parents sat at another table. And at one point during the day, one of the parents, pointed over to the table, and you looked over, and all the kids had their heads down on the phone, not talking to one another, not, being a part of what we were all doing there, but all of them, heads down into the phone. So
FOMO, it's a real thing. Fear of missing out. They got to check the interwebs and be like, oh my God, I'm missing this right now. Guys, can you believe we're here doing this, but we're missing this? Meanwhile, those same friends are looking at them with a picture of them all at that table going, oh my God, look.
I wish I was there.
I wish I was there. We're missing out on such a great time.
Oh my gosh. God. So I am one of those that believe that social media addiction is a thing. I believe that it does.
Probably
exist.
because he's addicted.
I am not addicted to it. I am addicted to putting out things on social media to entertain folks. And you guys know what I'm talking about with my little pictures and memes and
That's a trap.
It's a trap. That's one of the, just real quick, that's one of the funny things. So I put out the picture yesterday asking the ladies to talk about things that men do that gets on their nerves, and there was a shit ton of comments. Did the same thing today, flipping it around to ask the guys things that women do that annoy them, and it is straight up crickets in there. Everybody's scared.
You want to know? It's not that they're scared. It's just that Facebook has a more mature audience that they know that. Hey, if you're out in the middle of the woods by yourself, and you're talking, and a woman's not around to hear you, you're still wrong.
So true.
That's
so
awesome.
True. I love it. But what we can do today is we can talk about a couple different ways for those who are straight up addicted to social media. Just talk about a couple different ways that they could possibly help themselves to get away from being as addicted. So one of the ways that I find is very helpful is to turn off notifications. And this is number one because I actually didn't do it for this podcast. So every 2 seconds I see something pop up on the screen right here. So it kind of gets your attention. You kind of go to it. So that's one of the ways that people end up being addicted. So I know in the morning when I'm doing my workouts, one of the things that I have to do is to turn off the notifications. Otherwise, the videos will get all messed up and anything I'm doing. So that's one of the ways that I think could help people to stop being addicted to social media. What do you think?
One thing I did, because I was definitely fell ill to this addiction before, I put all of my apps, whether it's the gaming apps I play or Instagram or Facebook or Snapchat, I put them all into a folder on my iPhone. And so that in order for me
throw an iPhone
in order for me to actually access those apps, I need to go to the extra step of going through the folder, then going into the apps. Because if you see the app just on your desktop, you're compelled to click it and just see if anything new happened. But if you got it stuck in a folder, you have to go out of your way to access the app.
An extra step.
And so I think that helped me cut down on actually jumping in on checking Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat every 30 seconds.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
Taking advantage of the fact that we want everything right there in front of us with an instant click.
Right.
Yeah.
And so if it's not there, it's like, oh, I don't want to do that.
I don't want to hit that extra step.
If you don't see it,
into the folder,
you won't think about it.
Think about it, but it's like, it's so far away, I can't, it's not worth the effort.
Can Androids make folders?
Yeah, of course they can.
Okay. I didn't
no,
know.
so you had to throw in iPhone, so now we're coming back at you. That's all.
Here we go. We're going right back into it. I like the way people are like, people on Androids taking Snapchat videos and Instagram videos looks like they're using a camera from the 1960s. It's like, come on. It's not that bad.
Samsung has better cameras than Apple, but no need to get into that.
Oh, shots fired.
Is that true?
Shots
I don't know. They rave about the Apple cameras.
Apple people rave about it. Anyway, we're getting on time. That's the next podcast. We'll get into that argument.
People derailing it.
Another thing that I think could help is if a person were to get just a new hobby. You know, if you spend time doing other things and you won't have time to actually go into the social media and worry about that too much.
Right.
I have this thing. It's National Novel Writing Month. For the month of November. They do it every November. I've been attempting it for the last 10 years now, so I'm in the middle of that right now. So just taking more time to do that has gotten me away from doing as much on social media as I would typically do. So that's one of the things.
That's a good point, because a lot of times we check social media just out of straight boredom. I mean, if you're sitting there not doing anything, what do? You pull out your phone and you look online. But if you're actively doing something, whether it be fun or work or anything in between, you won't have that inclination to go on and check your phone.
Smart. You itching to get back on social media right now, aren't you, Shrek?
He didn't turn all his notifications.
I'm just staring at my social media right now. I'm like, damn it.
I need to be on it.
When is this going to go out on social media so I can actually pay attention to this? That's the only time I'm going to be able to pay attention to this damn podcast is things on social media. I got to get back to social, man.
Just got to get back to social.
Yeah, the football misses you.
It's like, come on. It's like, you guys are trying to interact with me in person. I'm like, you guys are interrupting me trying to interact with people online. I'm not going to limit myself. Don't be He's telling me to limit myself. I can't limit myself.
You just need some willpower.
I can't do it.
That is another way of stop being addicted to social media.
I'm over here itching my No Shave November beard right now.
So we have National Novel Writing Month and No Shave November. There's another no for November that I think is just batshit crazy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We can talk about that offline because I think that shit is nuts.
Pun intended?
Pun intended.
See who knows. Hey, write in the comments at this point, right below, do you know what the other no whatever of November is from that hint?
Quote unquote.
Right.
It is nuts.
It is indeed.
But getting back to limiting yourself and not with that no.
That doesn't help anybody.
Oh, this is a perfect topic for November because November is the month of limiting yourself and not doing something.
Yeah, so maybe we'll not do as much social media. So limit yourself with social media. And
hey, just remember you got to log on to social media so you can see this before you stop going to social media.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, this is a little bit different.
This is informational. They won't know until this.
This is a podcast. It's not quite social media.
Mm-hmm. I think
it could be. I'm going to post it to all the social medias.
It's a callback. This is this generation's version of the Tramp Stamp podcast.
He's back on that again.
Here we go.
He's back on that
regular
again.
episode too.
Lord have mercy.
Callback.
Oh, I love it. One other thing that it's possible, or one other thing that you can do to not spend. Are you done? I mean, you got all sorts of coughing and whatnot over here. Take a drink. And what the hell are you drinking anyway?
I plead the fifth. They can't see me.
What the hell's my phone? I'm going to put you on social media so everybody can see what you're drinking.
They'll never know.
But if you spend more time with your loved ones, spend more time with your family, your friends, your kids, if you're like me and you have those, if you spend more time with other people, then you won't be on social media as much. Unless you're like Shrek and you're spending time with your podcast brethren and you're still freaking on social media over here.
I don't know.
What do you mean? You don't know what?
That's it?
Wait, what was just said? I was on social media.
Spend more time with loved ones, or your friends, your family,
gotcha.
That type of thing.
Damn,
So just be in the moment.
It's a shame I don't got any friends in this moment right now. That's why I gotta go on the social, right?
Ouch.
Wait a second.
Bam! Burn!
That just hurts my feelings.
Yeah, man.
Hurts my feelings.
Well, we got Android versus iPhone over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can still be friends.
What?
Yeah.
I thought that was like a.
It's like Democrats and Republicans. You can still be friends.
No, what's the that old the two families that were feuding forever, still feuding to
Romeo
this
and
day?
Julia?
No, the Hatfields and McCoy.
I'm pretty sure there's two people.
Well, their families are feuding, so they couldn't be together.
It's definitely the families, but not still till today.
They were in love. Well, yeah, I guess not.
Plus, pretty sure it was some made-up shit.
Yeah.
Shakespearean.
Shakespeare for his National Driver Writing Month.
Shakespeare wrote very believable work.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan.
Yeah. What a guy.
And away we descend to madness.
It's what we do. With the 12th level of hell is what we do.
It's the real life Facebook vortex.
Yes. When you listen to this podcast, you kind of go down.
Yeah, you keep on clicking on link after link, and oh my god, where the hell did we end up?
Another thing, which I'm not sure how many people over the age of 15 could do this, but you can try. You can make it as a treat. You know, so if you accomplish something, I don't know, who knows, something in your work life or something in your private life that you've been meaning to do, then you can go on your social medias. Of course, you got to go on social media to update that shit anyway. Let everyone know what you did, so that could be a way to do it. I don't know. Again, who knows if anyone over the age of 15 can even do that.
Yeah, maybe if you're like studying for an exam and you drop your phone for the duration of your daily studies, and then you can pick it up
Like
when
the
you
way you're
complete
thinking.
that. I'm going to Handsome Shrek and we got a lot of studying to do over the next couple months.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I have to do that as well.
Yeah.
Apparently, I just found out today. So, again, that's something else we can talk about offline.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about that offline. But yeah.
Hopefully there's no fractions involved.
Oh boy.
Unless there's pizza. Oh, you know what? We should be studying with pizza. Ooh, there we go.
I like the way you're thinking.
Yeah.
Although we might need to cut out pizza for the next couple months anyway, leading up to Classic.
We can each eat 2/3 of a pizza.
Wait, what's this thirds thing? I know eighths.
Now we're done. And there it is, descending into madness again. The last thing I have as a way to attempt to stop your social media addiction is to just straight up go cold turkey, which is kind of what I talked about with the young lady in the kitchen last week. Just
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
just stop it.
'Tis the season of turkey, turkey, turkey.
Just stop it. Now, I don't know. I've never been addicted to anything, so I don't know. But I've always heard that going cold turkey is super tough.
Yeah.
So
I think it is the best way, though. I used to be real big into like computer games and stuff, and the only way I could get myself not to play was getting rid of it. It was the only way. I couldn't keep it in moderation. I couldn't make it a treat. I had to get rid of it.
Wow, really?
Yeah, every single time. I always told myself, you can have it, play it a little bit. Not the case. Well, not strong enough. I don't think anyone has that much willpower, especially nowadays where everything can be done in a matter of seconds. But I think cold turkey is your best bet. If you got the app on your phone that you spend an hour a day, just get rid of it.
Just delete it straight off and just be done with it, so you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Get rid of it.
You don't have to worry about limiting yourself or turning off notifications or getting a new hobby.
Right.
Just chuck your phone into the woods like Pineapple Express with James Franco.
We had to smash them!
Well, I was aiming for the tree.
Oh my God.
So this is probably the radio station that they fell asleep to. The car committed suicide. Went to sleep and listened to talk radio the entire night.
No one would ever fall asleep on one of our podcasts. That's for damn sure.
And some Shrek might.
Yeah, I might be out.
You'll fall asleep with your social media, so you have the phone right there. Do you have one of those neck things that you put the phone on so that you don't even have to use your hand?
Like a harmonica?
Yeah.
Harmonica? Instead of playing it, it's just like, I can use my nose. My nose! Oh, my nose!
The nose.
As long as I can hit the likes and I guess there's no dislikes, really.
Should never be a dislike.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't like something, then just keep it moving. Yeah, just keep it moving. I've always, a lot of people are calling for that. Oh, I wish there was a dislike button. Like, really, you have, that's the kind of life you live. You need to dislike something. That doesn't even make sense to me,
Yeah, people are filled with hate.
So they are filled with hate, but not here.
Not here.
Nothing but love.
I dislike this conversation about trying to get me to stop using my social media. I want to hit the dislike button on this.
Ding, 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 ding. All right. Well, I think that's it. So again, that was just a few ways that we think could help you if you're addicted to social media, and definitely let us know what you think. Let us know if any of this stuff works. If we're just batshit crazy, if you're gonna tune in to future podcasts, or if we should just stop podcasting.
If you want to dislike this podcast,
yeah.
Bing, 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 bing.
Ding, 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 ding. You guys suck. But that's that. So we're gonna sign off, and hopefully it doesn't take us 8 minutes like it typically does.
I don't know. We have a pretty good outro, like sequence of events. Like right now we're trying to sign off, but we're about to segue into a whole nother conversation. Yeah. So part 2 of the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. This is where all of you who have listened long enough to get the real treat, get rewarded for sticking around.
Get your rewards.
So there's a giveaway.
Maybe we should start doing that.
Little giveaways?
Yeah. We have some Entourage shirts and some...
So, he keeps on promoting himself.
Some Wayment shirts.
It's still promoting himself. Where's the Handsome Shrek stuff? Where's the string beans? Fresh string beans to everybody.
Oh, I like
for this November.
No, November. You just get string beans.
Fresh string beans. God. All right, so that is that. We are going to get out of here.
What's a good outro song?
What's the best thing to do when you get off work and you get home? I know you two like to work out in the morning.
Yeah.
So other than exercise, what's the best thing to do when you get off work for yourself?
Narcoleptically fall asleep on the couch and realize, like, what the hell just happened? 5 hours just passed.
And then you can't sleep at night.
And then you just stay awake and work out in the morning again. It's a vicious cycle.
I can't win, damn it! I can't win. I don't know. What do you typically do?
I was looking for.
You were looking for something.
Yeah.
So do you work out?
I try to. I'm not active like you guys are.
Well, get active, my friend.
I mean, I get home and I am done.
Dude, here's the
Morning.
Morning
is when
I already wake up at 5. I can't push that back anymore.
Why not 3:30, man? That's what I did for.
You wake up at 5?
Session.
Yeah.
How long does it take you to get in? Oh, are you on a different schedule?
Yeah, 6:30.
Ah, okay. All right. So, yeah.
3:30, man. 80-day obsession. 3 months of it. 3:30 every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
We had to have a full meal before working out.
Third meal by 8:30.
It was the best, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys read at all?
Yes.
Reading's really good for you.
Yes. I also write, which we talked about earlier.
Right.
So when I'm done with this novel, you'll have something to read.
Cool.
And then you'll fall asleep reading it because it's probably boring as hell.
Absolutely, fall asleep. I can't read and I can't work with fractions.
So it's the whole thing. Damn, Kevin, did you pass 5th grade?
hey, Bill Gates dropped out of school too, you know, except it was college.
All right, on that note, we are out. Say goodnight, Handsome Shrek.
Good night, Handsome Shrek.